Language Foundations Vocabulary Flashcards, helping you achieve understanding.
Assets in the form of money. 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 Anything of material value or usefulness that is owned by a person or company. A financial institution that accepts deposits and channels the money into lending activities. He cashed a check at the bank. Have faith or confidence in. Put into a bank account. A container, usually with a slot in the top, for keeping money at home. The coin bank was empty. A slope in the turn of a road or track. The outside is higher than the inside in order to reduce the effects of centrifugal force. A building in which the business of banking transacted. The bank is on the corner of Nassau and Witherspoon. Act as the banker in a game or in gambling. A flight maneuver. Aircraft tips laterally about its longitudinal axis, especially in turning. The plane went into a steep bank. A long ridge or pile. A huge bank of earth. An arrangement of similar objects in a row or in tiers. He operated a bank of switches. A supply or stock held in reserve for future use, especially in emergencies. Be in the banking business. Cover with ashes so to control the rate of burning. Bank a fire. Do business with a bank or keep an account at a bank. Where do you bank in this town? Enclose with a bank. Bank roads. Sloping land, especially the slope beside a body of water. They pulled the canoe up on the bank. The funds held by a gambling house are the dealer in some gambling games. He tried to break the bank at Monte Carlo. Tip laterally. The pilot had to bank the aircraft. A roll of currency notes, often taken as the resources of a person or business, etc. Provide with sufficient funds, finance. Who will bankroll the restoration of the former East German economy? Funds held in escrow. The funds of a government or institution or individual. Funds that will be supplied in an amount matching the funds available from other sources. Public funds used to pay for Medicaid. The total stock of money in the economy. Currency held by the public plus money in accounts in banks. An enclosed space. The trapped miners found a pocket of air. Take unlawfully. Anatomy. Sac-like structure in any of various animals, as a marsupial or gopher or pelican. A local region of low pressure or descending air that causes a plane to lose height suddenly. A hollow concave shape made by removing something. An opening at the corner or on the side of a billiard table into which billiard balls are struck. A small isolated group of people. They were concentrated in pockets inside the city. A small pouch inside a garment for carrying small articles. A supply of money. They dipped into the taxpayers' pockets. Bowling. The space between the headpin and the pins behind it on the right or left. The ball hit the pocket and gave him a perfect strike. Put in one's pocket. He pocketed the change. financial resources or support. Who controls the purse strings in this family? A list of names. His name was struck off the rolls. Move along on or as if on wheels or a wheeled vehicle. The president's convoy rolled past the crowds. Cause to move by turning over or in a circular manner of as if on an axis. She rolled the ball. Move by turning over or rotating. The child rolled down the hill. A deep prolonged sound, as of thunder or large bells. Small rounded bread, either plain or sweet. Show certain properties when being rolled. The carpet rolls unevenly. A roll of currency notes, often taken as the resources of a person or business, etc. He shot his roll on a bob-tailed nag. A long heavy sea wave as it advances towards the shore. Flatten or spread with a roller. Roll out the paper. The sound of a drum, especially a snare drum, beaten rapidly and continuously. Arrange or coil around. Roll your hair around your finger. The act of throwing dice. Move about aimlessly or without any destination, often in search of food or employment. They rolled from town to town. Sell something to or obtain something from by energetic and especially underhanded activity. Boil vigorously. The water rolled. A round shape formed by a series of concentric circles, as formed by leaves or flower petals. The act of rolling something, as the ball in bowling. Move in a wavy pattern or with a rising and falling motion. The waves rolled towards the beach. A document that can be rolled up, as for storage. Rotary motion of an object around its own axis. Occur in soft rounded shapes. The hills rolled past. A flight maneuver. Aircraft rotates about its longitudinal axis without changing direction or losing altitude. Anything rolled up in cylindrical form. Begin operating or running. The cameras were rolling. Emit, produce, or utter with a deep prolonged reverberating sound. The thunder rolled. Execute a roll, in tumbling. The gymnasts rolled and jumped. Move, rock, or sway from side to side. The ship rolled on the heavy seas. Photographic film rolled up inside a container to protect it from light. Pronounce with a roll, of the phoneme, R. She rolls her R's. Shape by rolling. Roll a cigarette. Take the shape of a roll or cylinder. The carpet rolled out. Walking with a swaying gait. Negotiable debt obligations of the United States government which guarantees that interest and principal payments will be paid on time. The federal department that collects revenue and administers federal finances. The Treasury Department was created in 1789. The British cabinet minister responsible for economic strategy. The funds of a government or institution or individual. A depository, a room or building, where wealth and precious objects can be kept safely. The government department responsible for collecting and managing and spending public revenues.
Become our student and get access to effective and free educational materials. Subscribe to our YouTube channel to become a part of our growing YouTube community and to learn English effectively.